Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm finally building my very first home in Brindleton Bay. I don't know. I'm probably saying it all wrong, but this is my first home in the new world of the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, and I decided to go with a mansion. I mean, why not? Why not go all out on the first build and do a mansion? So halfway through, by the way, I was like, Mona, what did you do? Why did you start out with a mansion? This really took me quite a long time. So for this entire episode, you guys will see that it's over 35 minutes long. I did cut out a few scenes because the video was, I think, 45 minutes long before I started cutting out little scenes and shortening the video, and 45 minutes, it's just too long. So I did cut out some building aspects, but not very major features, so you won't actually miss it when you're watching this and maybe trying to recreate it. But yeah, it took me 4 hours for only the exterior and the landscaping, and the landscaping is probably not done yet. So this is gonna be a multiple part series, by the way, if you haven't guessed it yet. This is part 1, and in part 2 we are gonna look a little bit closer to the landscaping, and we're gonna furnish the home. And this is probably gonna take me 3 parts. I'm gonna aim for 2 like I usually do, but if you have seen multiple mansion builds of mine, it's usually a 3-part series. So I've done the modern mansion base game, the base game modern mansion, that was a 3-parter. I will link that here up in the screen. And I also not also and I also did the movie star mansion, which was also 3 parts, which I will also link here up in the screen. So yeah, probably a 3-part series. And of course, in the very end, we're gonna do a house tour as well, which is actually requested a lot lately. On every large build, I get a request for a house tour, and I don't always do a house tour because some homes are just too small, in my opinion, for a house tour. But in mansions, I think we can definitely do that. So for this house, by the way, so this house is built on a 64 by 64 lot. It's a mansion, as you guys can see, and I'm going for more of a Dutch colonial and oh my gosh, Hampton kind of style. So it's like a mix between Hampton, a seaside home, and a Dutch colonial, and I really like it. So for the roofing, there is lots and lots of roofing going on in this home. I mean, I think the first 20 minutes of this video is just me shaping the house and roofing everything. So for roofing this home, I did take a very close look at the existing mansion that was previous on the lot. So the Sims team already created a gorgeous mansion on the lot. If I wasn't a builder, I would have used that mansion. That mansion is really nice. I love the layout. So I really took a good look at how they used the roofing, because I just found it so interesting. You know, the little balconies that they were using, and then that you can still wrap around the roof. I found it so interesting because that is a technique that I have never used before. I didn't know how to do that. So what I did is I just took apart at home. I just took apart all the roofs and I just looked at how they did it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's actually genius. So I am definitely implementing their roof styles here in this home. So if you are like, oh my gosh, Mona, some of the things that you're doing with the roof look similar to that mansion, yes, I took my inspiration from them. I mean, the Sims team is awesome. Whoever built this home thumbs up for that person. I love it so much. But still, I did demolish it and I added in my own, because I think my own is gonna be, it's gonna be even better, because I'm gonna make it bigger and more elaborate and just fancy overall. And yeah, it makes me really excited about this home. So yeah, that is basically all I needed to say on this little section of the video. So for Brindleton Bay, by the way, I did download this expansion pack last night. It came out on 12 o'clock midnight European time. So I only have been building so far. I downloaded the pack. I started building to about 2:30 in the morning, and then I decided I needed a little break and I went to bed. And when I woke up again, I started building again. So I haven't really explored Brindleton Bay yet, which is a shame, because I think the other worlds are gonna be gorgeous as well, and I actually cannot wait to play with the pets, because that is also something that I haven't done yet. Although I'm definitely planning a let's play if I find the time somewhere in between building. That is something that I also want to do. So yeah, that's probably the time that I'm gonna take a first look at the pets, maybe adopt a stray. I would love to adopt like different stray cats and dogs and take them into my sim home, raise them, or maybe make them feel better, you know, wash them, learn them all the tricks, and then maybe put them up for adoption, or find a nice home for them. That would be like a very nice thing to do in your Sims game. So that is definitely something that I was thinking of to do in a let's play, just taking strays, and of course to also play with the pet clinic. That is also something that I have on my list. Is it a pet clinic or is it the vet clinic? I'm not sure. I think it's called a vet clinic, right? From veterinarian? Or is the pet clinic? I'm not sure. Anyways, that is one of the major how do you say it? The major things of this pack that really called me was the pet clinic career. So definitely want to open up a pet clinic in my let's play, and I don't know, have some toddlers, because why not? So yeah, where are we now in the build? Oh yeah, I think we're roofing. We're still roofing. Yeah, so here I'm adding in all these little side details. So why am I making like these little balconies and little side windows? The reason why I'm doing that is because the entire second floor is enclosed with only roofs, and if I would have left it like that, it would look very ugly and boring, and B, we won't have any natural light going into the bedrooms. So I needed to make some little outsticking windows, some little balconies, and I think it's really coming along very nice. So for the colors that I'm using, I'm going with the default blue color that is on the shingles. I just really liked those very much. I actually was a little bit hesitating, because at first I was like, maybe I should do the gray color, but then it just got me thinking that I always use gray or white, and I don't use a lot of colors in my builds. Although the last video that I did was the large Dutch Colonial. That was entirely blue, so I do sometimes use colors, but not that often. So I was like, no, Mona, don't go with gray. You can build a gray house any time of the day. Let's go with this really beautiful blue color, and it reminds me of the sea, of coastal homes, of the Hamptons, you know. So I just think the colors give it a really nice vibe. So here, starting with the side, I really didn't know what I wanted to do here. It ended so really weird there, so I thought, let's just add in a tower. why not? A tower would be really nice. So I don't know if we can use like the top floor. I don't know if the staircase will fit in there, but the first and the second floor, we can definitely use that, and the third floor as well. But the fourth floor, I still need to look if the staircase can fit in. And at these times, I really do miss circular staircases. That is something that I'm absolutely missing in the game. And I did hear a sim guru, a sim guru talk about, how do you say that? Circular staircases. And he said that he knew that a lot of simmers want them in their game, but he just needed to, that they needed to see in which pack they could fit that in. So yeah, I think they are working on it. Don't know for sure, don't get your hopes up, but the way he said it, like they only needed to see in what kind of pack they could fit that in, gave me a feeling that it's coming in the future. That they are hearing us, that we want it, and that they are trying to work it in for us, but they are waiting for the appropriate time to add it in. Although I think this expansion pack would have been like the perfect time to add it in because of we have like a a lighthouse. We have a lighthouse on the island, and I mean, in a lighthouse you always have circular upgoing stairs, so that would have been like a missed opportunity for me. But yeah, who knows, who knows? Let's just wait and see what the future brings. So here, making a little, how do you say that? A little balcony. Is it a balcony? A porch, that's the word. So I made a little porch here at the front. There's also a porch on this side. So I do know that there are two doors. There's one door here at the front, and there's also a door on the left side. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep the staircase right there on the left, because I do have a feeling that the Sims are probably gonna use that as a front door, or they're maybe gonna alternate. I'm not sure. I need to test that out first and see what the Sims are gonna do. But if they are using the side door too much, I'm probably gonna remove the staircase so that you cannot access it from the front and you can only access it from out the inside. So what am I doing here? I'm making a little porch area here at the back as well. I just love making these little porches. I love the new fence. That's the word, the new fence that we've gotten with the expansion pack. Just the detail is just so awesome. So what I did do is I alternate the new fence with a base game fence, just to give it a little bit more detail, and I think it looks really, really nice in the end. So here, giving the roofs a bit more detail, I'm just tweaking the shape a little bit better, going all around the home, and then here adding in all the pieces that I've forgotten as well. That's what I'm doing right now. So like I said, roofing is the largest part of this entire build. It's so weird. So yeah, so let me know, you guys, who has the Sims pets and dogs, Mona, who has the new expansion cats and dogs already? Let me know. What have you done in your game? Have you started building? Have you started playing with your pets, of course, or maybe you started your very own veterinarian clinic? Let me know in the comment section below the video. I'm actually really curious on what you guys are doing in your game right now. I'm probably gonna play a little bit after I've done this video, because I haven't played in a long time. I'm probably gonna play a little bit in the world, move my current household to Brindleton Bay, of course, and let them settle in and I'm probably gonna adopt a few cats. To be honest, don't know if I'm gonna get a dog. I mean, I love dogs, don't get me wrong. I have had multiple dogs, like I said in previous videos, but lately I'm more of a cat person or either a small dog person. So like a Pomeranian. Love those little doggies. I also love chihuahuas. I really do. I really enjoy a very cute tiny chihuahua. But for large dogs, not so much anymore. I used to have a very large dogs when I was growing up. I had Rottweilers and Bouviers. Those are like those very large dogs with curly hair. I had them all, but lately I'm more for the smaller doggies out there. I don't know. It's just preference. That's probably gonna change when I'm growing older. Maybe I'm gonna go back to bigger dogs, but for now I'm craving a tiny little Pomeranian. So here making a little, what is this again? Just a overgrown porch area. So I'm making a little shaded area, adding in some bushes onto yeah, that little thingy that I made just for some shade and some greenery, and I think it looks really nice. So this house actually really reminds me of the Kylie Jenner Hidden Hills home, and it also reminds me of the Beyonce summer home that I did. So I will link both videos here up in the screen if you haven't seen those yet, but I think this house is like a mix between both of those houses, and then with a little bit of flair of the Brindleton Bay as well. So I think that is really lovely. So for the pool side, I definitely took inspiration from the Beyonce home. So the pool shape and then the little pool house that I made. Yes, there will be a pool house as well. If you haven't paid attention to the beginning of the video, there will be a pool house. That's definitely something that I grabbed from the Beyonce build. I just really loved the idea of a small pool house. That's why I added it in there as well. And I also did a pool house in the Dutch Colonial base game home as well. If you haven't seen that video, linking that here up in the screen as well. So yes, lots of promoting myself in this video, but hey, it's my video, so why not? Anyways, here doing a little bit more roofing, adding in some more windows for that natural light, of course, that we needed. So yeah, that is what I'm doing right here. And of course, placing some windows right there as well. That was the hardest part of the build, I think. Where should I place all the windows? So yeah, I'm really running out of things to say, you guys, and this video is so long. It's 36, almost 37 minutes long, and we're now like 18 minutes in, so I still need to cover a large amount of footage. So here, what am I doing here? I'm adding in another kind of how do you say it, window section, because there wasn't enough natural light going through there. And this little section, that roofing section right there, actually took me a while to perfect that. So as you guys can see, it was clipping through, and when I made it smaller, I couldn't get it in the right angle. So this actually took me a couple of times to get it right, and I think in the end it still isn't like 100%. You can see like a really small fine line where the roofs don't meet up exactly as I want them to. So I'm probably gonna fiddle around with that roof section. You can see it right there. You can see like a little white line. Not really as, yeah, it's not seamless. I'm probably gonna fiddle around with that off camera because that is just not interesting footage to watch. So yeah, so here adding in a chimney. I mean, we needed a large chimney. It's a very large mansion, and large mansions usually have multiple fireplaces. So I added in an extra chimney, not a chimney, a chimney here on the side. I'm probably gonna add in more chimneys as we go along and furnish the home as well, but for now we're keeping 2. So yeah, and you're adding in those tiny windows here on the tower. I just think that looked really cute. So yeah, here finally at the front we are about to start the landscaping. Like I said, the first 20 minutes was all roofing and shaping, but now we are finally almost starting the landscaping. So for the landscaping, not staping. For the landscaping, I keep it fairly simple. I'm not going overly out in the landscaping yet. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm done landscaping, because looking at the landscaping like right now, I find it a little bit empty. And I still haven't started landscaping, by the way. I was like, I'm starting landscaping. No, I'm not. First, we needed to do the swimming pool. But after the swimming pool, we're definitely starting with the landscaping. But yeah, I don't know if I'm actually finished. I really do like how it looks. It looks really tight and not overly cluttered. But maybe I can add in more bushes at the front. So that is definitely something that we are gonna look at in the next episode. But for now, I actually really do like it. You guys have seen the landscaping a little bit in the video overview that I've given you guys in the beginning. It looks really nice. Maybe a few bushes extra, and then we're good to go. So here adding in the pool house. So for the pool house, we are going with a very simple square shape. So no, the pool house is not gonna look square, but we are starting out with a square shape and just adding in some little rooftop windows, making it look a bit detailed. I didn't want to go overboard in the pool house. It needed to look simple but classy. So that is what I'm doing right here. And yeah, that's basically what I'm doing here. I am gonna change the roofing, by the way. So the roof that I'm using right now is just one roof. I am gonna mix it up and divide it into multiple roofs, because I just didn't find that it matches the main house, its roof, and now it does. Now it has like that signature, you know, it's like little squared off roof sections that I was going for. So the pool house is gray, by the way. For the pool house, we are going for that beautiful gray color, just because I needed to use it just once in the build. And I actually really like it. So you will see a little modern flair into the pool house, and you will also see some modern flares also at the back side of the house. So I'm gonna use these very long, tall, modern windows, as you guys can see right now. But pairing it up with the little pool house, it just looked so really nice. So I'm gonna add in a bar a little bit later, and it just looks like the people who are living here renovated the pool house a little bit to make it look a little bit hipper and nicer. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what I'm doing right here, adding in a little bit more detailing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's right. Here I'm adding in another chimney, because why not? I knew we're gonna have like a fireplace inside this little pool house right here, so I thought let's add in a chimney, those large windows at the back, and here finally starting with the landscaping. So for the landscaping, like I said, I'm keeping it fairly simple and clean, adding in lots of little fencing that I'm gonna add in the landscaping. I just really like in-fencing all my flowers. I like to trap them in between little fences. It makes it look really neat and clean. That is like my basic landscaping. If you have seen a few of my videos, you know that this is how I landscape. But there also are a few patches of flowers. Those are free-formed, just a few, because I'm still not comfortable in free landscaping at this point. Oh yeah, here, using the new trees. So the new trees are gorgeous. There are like multiple colors on the trees, of course, and some of them are like this mix between brown and green, like I used in the backyard. I find that so gorgeous and of course realistic. Definitely realistic. That is how all our trees are, or were looking. I mean, not anymore, but a few weeks ago all our trees were looking like that. Now my trees are like barely, there are barely leaves left anymore on the tree here at the front. It really went very fast. But yeah, I think that is a really nice little detail that they did with the trees. And of course, now that we can downscale our objects, I can finally fit in trees perfectly in the front yard. I can use a tree there in between. You can see the tree there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I made it in that little nook right there. I added in a tree and I downscaled it by 1 and it fitted in perfectly. If I should have used it in its original form, I could not place it there, which is a shame, because I think now it looks very nice there and it looks very realistic to me. So I'm happy with the downscale tool. So yeah, what am I doing here? Just a little bit more landscaping. So for the landscaping here, I was a little bit indecisive. I do change this landscaping around I think 1 or 2 times. I just found it a little bit over cluttered with too much flowers. So yeah, here I'm changing it, adding in more bushes, adding in a few more flowers. But then I was no, it looks a bit weird, adding in different flowers. But then I was, no, it's still missing something. And I'm gonna add in that beautiful white tree. I'm gonna size it down and I'm gonna add it in right there in that bush section. And it's gonna look fabulous. So yeah, and then here doing another row of in-fenced plants, just a simple kind of landscaping right there, but it looks really nice, if you ask me. So we're almost finished here at the front. I think we only need to do like a little pathway, maybe a bush or 2. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, so I knew I wanted like a tree. So yeah, here's that little tree that I downscaled, and it looks like a tiny bonsai. Not really a bonsai tree, but just a tiny little decorative tree. So yeah, what was I saying? Something about trees. Oh yeah, so I was looking for a tree in that little corner, and I decided to go with a base cane tree instead. And then here I'm playing around with the walkway. So I wanted a kind of a walkway leading up to the backyard, not completely going back like I usually do, but just a little hint that the people who are there are like, oh, there's a pathway going to the side. We can also walk this way to the backyard if we want to. So yeah, what am I doing here? Oh, adding in little details right there, and then playing around with the roof a little bit as well, because I mean, why not? Why not play around with the roof? So yeah, that's it. And of course here adding in those little details as well, so that it looks like the roof is supported. And then here adding in some foundation. So the reason why I'm adding in foundation is because I wanted to use the wall trim. There's like a wall trim that you can use when you have like a 2-story home. And I wanted to use that on the overgrown porch, or the porch area, so that we had like this little white line extra to make it look like it's really finished and neat. And that's why I add in a foundation onto the porch area. So here doing a little bit more landscaping, and yeah, that is basically all I needed to say for this little section of the build. I'm so sorry if I'm sounding so annoying or so boring. I am aware that I don't have that much interesting to tell you guys. I mean, I have a lot of things to say, but some things I can better not say. Yeah, some things I can better not say here on camera. I mean, I can talk about my grandmother all day, but you guys have heard enough about her, so I'm trying to keep it light, keep it happy, because if I keep it happy, I feel happy. Oh, and did you guys see that little cat with the plant inside? That is so cute. I wished I had one in real life, but I definitely needed to edit that on the front porch, just as a little heads up for the people who are walking in, that there are cat lovers in this home. Well, actually, this house will cater for cats and dogs. I will furnish for both. So the people who are living here, they are gonna have a cat and a dog, maybe multiple cats like I have, and a few dogs. Definitely wishing that we could have had more than 8 people or cats, dogs in our household, but it's still 8. I was so wishing that they would make it like 10 or even 9, you know, one more extra slot for a pet. So only for a pet, not for a sim. So like you could have like 8 sims and 2 pets, like maximum. That's what I was hoping for. But now you can have either 8 sims or 1 sim, 7 pets, or 4 sims, 4 pets, you know what I mean. But the cap is still 8, which I think is a little bit annoying. I mean, I do understand why they did that, because of performance loss. Not every computer can run like so many sims and pets in one household. I am aware of that, but still, I so wanted that for my game, which is a shame, because now I cannot make my real life household with all my cats, because I have 5 cats. And we are a household of 4 people. So it's me, my husband, my youngest daughter Sadie, and my oldest Selena. So that's 4. So in total, we are with 9 household members in my real life home. So I can never have all my pets in my game, which just sucks to be honest, because I wanted to have them all. But what I'm gonna do now is Tiger. That is the youngest one. I'm still gonna create him, and I'm just gonna place him probably with my sister in the game. I'm gonna make my sister, and I'm gonna place him there so that he has a nice home in my game, and that I can still visit him when I'm playing my households, so that I won't miss it, and I will feel guilty not making him. I would feel horrible only making like 4 out of 5 of my cats. It feels like I don't love him enough, you know? It's not like he's ever gonna find out. It's a cat, but for me it just doesn't feel right not making him. So I'm definitely gonna make him, and I'm gonna place him in a other household. So yeah, not that that's like interesting for you guys, but that's just something that I'm thinking about, and I'm letting you guys know. So yeah, here added in a little play area, and we are almost finished with the video. So what we are gonna do, I think we're still in need of doing the outdoor lighting and the pool lights and stuff like that, and then it's done. So I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying this very, very long video. Hopefully it's not that boring. Maybe a little bit. Let me know. No, don't let me know. Don't let me know, because I'm gonna feel awful if you guys find it boring. No, but let me know if you like the video. Please leave a like down in the corner of the video, you know, below the video. There's like a little thumbs up and a thumbs down. Please click on the thumbs up. Ignore the thumbs down for me. And of course, if this is the first video that you are seeing from me and you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I'm hoping that you all are having an awesome day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Bye bye.
adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made up, baby.